Alright, y'all, so let's talk about the shooting in Boulder, Colorado. Alright, now, a lot of people make this about race. It's not about race. Alright, Kamala Harris' niece came out, talked about it being racial, and Omar talked about it being racial. It's not, alright? Now, if y'all remember correctly, a lot of media came out when this first happened and said that it appears to be a white man with brown hair. He's not white, alright? That's number one. Quit making everything racial when everything's not a racial thing, alright? Just because there's a mass shooting doesn't automatically mean it's white or black. Alright, a lot of people, in fact, Kamala Harris's niece came out and said, talking about he was taking lives, so he must be white. Alright, and then she took that post down and said, she did this because of what's happened in the past of people being taken alive or shot dead by police during an active shooter or mass shooting situation. Now, just to respond back to that, all races commit mass shootings, alright? There have been black church shooters, there have been black mass shooters, alright? There have been black people who have targeted cops, there have been black people who have just shot random people, alright? There have been white church shooters. There have been white people who have targeted cops. There have been white people who have just targeted random people, including police officers, just people shooting at random people, alright? And that's never going to change. Alright, Joe Biden can say whatever he wants, talking about gun control. All gun control does is hurt the law-abiding citizens that actually own guns legally. Alright, and one other thing, a lot of people are talking about this guy had charges, he shouldn't be able to get a gun anyway. Alright. As far as I know right now, the only charges he had was a misdemeanor assault charge from a fight that he had when he was in high school. He punched a guy several times, and he had like a traffic ticket. That's not going to prevent you from purchasing a firearm legally, alright? At least, as far as laws I know, that's not going to prevent you from purchasing a gun. It has to be a felony, and then you cannot purchase a gun that way. Again, people don't know what they're talking about, and they just want to make everything about race and gun control, alright? Leads me to my next point. People will get guns however they want. How do you think gang members get guns? How do you think terrorists get guns, alright? Simple. What they do is they buy it off the black market, or they buy it from other gang members, drug dealers, whatever the case may be. Or they buy ghost parts, which means it's pretty much untraceable. They just take the serial number off, so it's untraceable, ghost parts. All that is a possibility. So when you do gun control, all you're doing is taking guns from law-abiding citizens that want them to mostly protect them and their families, and some hunters, obviously. But it's mostly to protect them and their family, and all you're doing is saying, hey, we're screwing you over, so you have no right to protect yourself, but we're going to continue to let the mass shootings happen. It's pretty much what it is. And then when the next one happens, they're like, oh, well, it's racist. But what about the gun control? No, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how racist it is. Okay. Because that's going to solve the problem. Alright, and that's another thing that there's overlooked. They'd be like, oh, white man, black man, white woman, black woman, whatever the case may be. And they'd be like, oh, well, that's racist. Okay, so instead of screaming racism every time, how about you try and stop the mass shootings, alright? And I watched the Colorado governor speak. Now, he got rid of the death penalty. And this is why he got rid of it. Now, he was saying, person shoots 1 or 2 or 3 people, they get the death penalty, alright? You commit a mass shooting, you shoot 10, 12 people, and nothing happens. He referenced the Aurora, Colorado shooting, the movie theater where he killed 12 people, or shot 12 people, and then this most recent one, he's saying this guy probably wouldn't have got a death penalty. Alright, so, any loss of life is a problem. I think we can all agree on that. Any loss of life is a problem. Whether it is one person that's shot and killed or it's 50 people shot and killed. Now, obviously, when you have 50 people shot and killed versus one, yeah, obviously the media coverage is going to be way up here on this one person, obviously. But what I'm saying is, why get rid of death penalty, alright? If this person shot and killed one person, he should deserve to die. Alright, if this guy shot and killed 50 people, he deserves to die. They both killed somebody. Alright, and obviously unless it's self-defense, then they deserve to die. So, I mean, it really don't matter. Because like I said, you shoot one person, he dies. He shoots 50, he should die too. That don't make no sense to me. That just goes to show how the justice system works, alright? But more of the story is, everybody who's making it about race is part of the problem. Everybody who is worried about taking gun control, executive actions is part of the problem, alright? What we need is people to stand up for what's right, not worry about skin color, religion, any of that, alright? We need to stand up as American citizens. Americans, just stand up, take back our country, and get rid of the problems. Alright? Simple as that. It don't get much simpler than that. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for watching, and y'all stay safe out there.